Today, I am going to talk to you about the good, the bad, and the ugly of being an entrepreneur. And welcome to my Big Tip Friday, everybody. This is Donna Irvin. And it's interesting because when we look at entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur, most people, what comes to their mind first is one of those people that's sitting on the beach. They have their laptop in front of them. They're drinking a margarita, and they're just having lots of fun and doing the thing that they love. And you see these big cars and these big houses and everything. Most people see that when they think of an entrepreneur. And being that can be the case over time, that is usually a reflection of their hard work. Most people only see that part of it. They don't see everything that happens behind the scenes. They do not see the hardships. They do not see the struggles and the growing curve and learning curve that actually goes with that kind of lifestyle. So that's what I want to talk with you is, and I'm going to be going through some more of the cons of being an entrepreneur first. This is actually part one of a two-part series. And I'm not going to be going through this to discourage anyone. First of all, I want to mention that these are not to discourage anybody out there who is wanting to be an entrepreneur. I am actually sharing with you the cold hard facts of what you'll need to know and have that in your learning, your tool, the back of your, as a tool, so you can know what is ahead. That way you're not getting discouraged when things don't work out, right? Okay, so what I want to say is, first of all, entrepreneurship can be an awesome thing, but it's not for everybody, okay? I want to share with you the realistic part of being an entrepreneur. So I want to start out basically with the first one. And to me, I think this is really important for yourself and for your business if you're looking to be an entrepreneur. And that is actually, you really need to know yourself, okay? Most people jump into entrepreneurship thinking that they can just run full bore and they can get right into it and everything will be peaches and cream and perfect and everything. And then they find out that that's not the case. You need to learn these kind of things so you can be a problem solver and you go through these challenges because, right, entrepreneurs, what do? We solve problems. And this is part of the learning curve. So you need to learn and know yourself. And some of you are probably thinking, well, I live with myself every day. I know myself. I'm great. I'm fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your physical part. I'm talking about deep inside your heart. Internally, you need to know yourself. That is number one. You need to lower your ego, okay, because most of us will have an ego, right? And people come into it and say, oh, well, I can do this. I don't need to know anything. You got to know yourself. You got to know your weaknesses. You've got to know your strengths. You've got to know your passions. You've got to know where your fear is. You've got to really know yourself. And I'll be honest, I thought I knew myself. When I was working in the corporate world, I really thought that I knew myself, and we all do. And come to find out, after getting into being an entrepreneur and everything, I found out otherwise. I really didn't know myself like I thought I did. I had to learn to lower my own ego. I had to learn a lot of different things for myself that I didn't realize was there. I thought I knew my strengths. I thought I knew my weaknesses. And the point is, I did a lot of self-discovery. And that's basically what you're going to be going through, is a self-discovery. And call it what you will, but I ended up doing that. And it's interesting how much you can learn from yourself when you really sit down and think about what you truly want, what drives you, what doesn't drive you. I mean, it's amazing the transformation that you can go through when you start that journey as an entrepreneur. So if that makes any sense at all, and it's different for everybody. Everybody's going to go through it a little bit differently. But that is my thing, is you really want to know yourself, okay? And that does take time. And it's not necessarily a negative con, but for some people it really can be. Because if you come in thinking, oh, well, I don't have this problem, I'm fine, I can, blah, 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 and you let your ego get in the way, it can be a negative thing, and it can make your life pretty difficult if you don't learn deeply about yourself, okay? So I'll move on. I just wanted to express that a little farther. And number two is really a lot of people, and I admit I was one of those people, a lot of people think that they're going to get rich overnight. They're going to be like this overnight success, and they're going to make tons of money and all this great stuff, and they're going to be living that lifestyle with the laptop and the beach and the big house. The truth of the matter is, there is no such thing as an overnight success. You might see it on Facebook, because Facebook or any of the social media, people will show their lifestyle. They will show all this great stuff that they have in their life, and it makes it look like a smooth transition into this overnight success. And it's like a rags to riches story, that you see on TV. And in reality, guys, that person, I'll bet you, if you went up and asked them that they look like an overnight success, 9 times, probably 10 times, I would want to say, unless they have all the resources readily available to them right away, 9, probably 10 times out of 10, you will find out, if you ask them, they probably went through several years or better of a huge learning curve with a lot of hardships and a lot of challenges to get where they are, where it seems like they're an overnight success. Okay, I bet you ask them, and they have probably gone through a whole slew of adversity, challenges, different mindset things. I mean, I'm sure, I can guarantee you that they have gone through that kind of stuff to get there. So never believe that you can get into it thinking, he's an overnight success, she's an overnight success, I can do this. You can do it, but don't come into the mindset of being an entrepreneur. Don't come into thinking that you can be an overnight success, because if you do, I'll guarantee you, you're going to fall flat on your face, you're going to get discouraged, and then you're going to quit. And I had thought that too when I first come into doing, running, from transitioning to an employee type mindset, and I went directly into entrepreneurship. I thought that too, and I thought I was chasing that big dream. I was chasing that kind of stuff, thinking, if I just find that one big thing, I can be great and successful overnight. And you know what? I got really discouraged because I didn't find it. And I spent years trying to chase after that, and it doesn't exist. So if you get that in your head now, okay, then it's not going to be a big deal for you later, because it takes hard work, guys. It takes sweat. It takes tears. It takes major decisions to get where you see those people are. It takes a lot. And I'm not saying it can't be done over time, but you have got to have a thick skin when it comes to that. If you really think you're going to come into this and everything is going to be peaches and cream and roses and lollipops and everything, and you think you come in with an attitude like that, you may as well stay at your job. Okay, I hate to say that, but if you are the kind of person who thinks you are going to be just run right into it, you're going to be in a world of hurt, and you may as well stay with the corporate job, because you can't come into that kind of mindset thinking that it's going to work. Okay, so number 3 is you want to expect challenges. Expect things to happen. Okay, you probably have read this pie in the sky stuff where you come in and everything's perfect, and if you wish upon the stars, you'll get everything you ever want, and blah, blah, blah. The reality is you're going to experience challenges. You're going to experience hardships. You're going to experience times where you want to quit. Okay? The universe isn't just going to come down, swoop you up off your feet, and everything is perfect. You have got to work for it. So if you're into that pie in the sky stuff, the reality is you've got to work hard to get there, okay? And I'm not saying, you know, a lot of people automate their business and they have all kinds of free time, and you can do that. But those are the ones that have already been down that long journey, okay? As a beginner, as a newbie, the journey is, you want to like the journey, okay? And I hate to say it sounds negative when I'm saying you all this stuff's going to happen, but the thing is you want to experience each of this as a journey. You're reaching your potential. You're reaching where you want to be, okay? I know I'm giving you a lot of hardcore stuff today, guys, but I really wanted to be honest because this is where you learn about yourself, and this is where you start to excel, and this is where you're on that road where you can be at that beach. You can be wherever you want to be in time, okay? So that would be, the roadblocks are going to hit. You know, expect the roadblocks, expect resistance. If you come into this expecting those things to happen, and it will make it a lot easier on your journey, okay, than if you just kind of thought naive about it. All right. Number 4, I would say that if you're not open to learning, if you're not open to trying new things, and if you're not open to getting out of your comfort zone, if you don't want to do those things at all, then my suggestion is you might be better off staying in a job where you are. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because some people are not cut out to be entrepreneurs, and that's fine. I mean, if we all did the same thing, it would be a really boring world, right? It's not, you know, don't look that, I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't want that to be a deterrent, okay? If you are not open to those kind of things and you just will never feel comfortable going through that kind of stuff, it might be better off just staying where you're at, okay? And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm not saying that to be mean. But you want to be open to learning. You want to be open to getting out of your comfort zone. And I know that you've heard me talk about getting out of your comfort zone before, and you want to do that. So that is my tips for you today, okay? I would think that I'm actually part 2 of next week. This is a 2-part series. Next week, I'm going to be talking to you about the benefits and the pros of being an entrepreneur. So I just wanted to kind of go through with you that area so you're set up, because the benefits, guys, if you can get your mindset in the right place, the benefits of being an entrepreneur can outweigh all that. You will look back, and that adversity, those challenges, those problems will actually be your learning tool, and you will look at it differently. And I'm still learning. I mean, I haven't, you know, I'm still going for my goals. I'm still learning every day about being an entrepreneur, because it's a continual learning curve, right? We never are going to reach that perfection point, so to speak. So anyway, that is my tips for you today. I know it's been a little deep and a little long, because I've been trying to keep my videos a little shorter, but this one, I kind of felt I just wanted to open myself up and let you know that entrepreneurship can be a beautiful thing, but you got to have your eyes open, and you got to know what to expect in order to see that success, okay? All right, I'm going to sign out now. You guys have a really good day, and I will talk to you again on my next Big Tip Friday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. I'm out.